guys, it's Marty. So for today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and we're going to be taking on this bench outside of my house that needs a really bad makeover. So here it is. Okay guys, so here it is. This is the bench. Sorry, I'm a little slow. I'm in my wheelchair. So, this is what it looks like. The metal part is turning brown, so I'm gonna have to put some like sort of spray eventually, not today. And here's the close-up of what the wood looks like, the grain. So it is, you know, a little bit out of shape, so I just wanted to give it more of like a darker, rich color so it doesn't look so dried out. So for today, I'm going to be using a rag that I just don't want anymore. I cut it into half, and some gloves. So we've got the rag, gloves, and then we've got our stain and our bench. Okay, so the hose right there is there for a reason, so we're gonna actually spray the whole bench, wait for it to dry, and then I'm gonna, you know, use the Varathane here that I have left over. So we're gonna use the liquid in here, so it's really watery. That's what stain feels like. And then I've got my rag here. I also have a second one in case I need it. And then yeah, we'll just get started on the stain, and then eventually I'll seal it. So we'll see if I have enough stain to finish this project today, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. So as you can see, the sun's already going down, and I did that on purpose because it's Arizona and it gets hot. So I did, you know, wash the bench, and I don't know if you can tell, it looks a little bit darker. So now we are gonna just wait a few more minutes for it to dry, and do not forget to let it fully dry and to wash, you know, whatever piece of furniture you're gonna stain, because it really makes a difference. You want the surface to be clean and you want it to be dry. So yeah, just don't forget to do that step. And now we're gonna wait for it to dry and wait for it to cool down a little bit more, and then I'll get started. I've got my rag here. I'm gonna stick it in to the Varathane, and it's gonna look like this black type of color, and then that's what the liquid looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on the wood just like that. And as you can see, it changes the color of the wood, so it gives it more of like a rich chocolate, you know, walnut color. So I'm just gonna keep going. Let's see. I'm trying to get a little closer. And so just remember that this color does stay, since it's a stain. It goes into the wood, or the grain of the wood, I should say. So you can also do layers. So if this isn't dark enough, you can always go ahead and add another coat of the stain. And you know, 1 can of these, I believe it is 1 quart, so it is 32 fluid ounces. This lasts a long time, so I was able to use it for our dining table and a couple other projects, and then I still have some left over, so I'm fairly confident I'll have enough to finish the bench. So I am gonna just keep going. I'm gonna try to bend as much as I can. Okay. Okay. And also, you do want to protect the floor or whatever, but since I don't really care about my floor, I didn't put anything to protect the bottom, because at some point all of it's going to get replaced. So, you know, since I am replacing it, I don't care. And yeah. So we did that side, and then we're going to move on to the left side. So, okay guys, so for this part of the video, this is what the metal looks like after I spray painted it a metallic gold. And I also did it for all the bolts and screws and stuff, just so it would match, since those screws are going to be going into this part of the wood, so it is going to show, and I thought that was very important. And here is the wood, so that's what it looks like after it's been stained. I do have to remove some of the debris that's on it. It's just like dust and stuff. And then here is the other side of the armrest, and then there's the back of it. So I am going to assemble it now, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna start reassembling it by putting both of these wooden pieces back on that metal golden frame that's right there, and then we're going to be doing that by attaching the bolts and screws that I had taken off. There's some right here, so I'm going to get started on that. Okay, so this is the head of the bench all assembled, so I got to add that to this over here and the little armrest, and I've got a guest. It's Alejandro Uribe. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to continue to build it. If you are handicapped like me and you need a friend, just call your friend over and they can assemble the rest of the chair. So this is what it looks like so far, and it looks really awesome. So, oh, there are my little plans. And then here is the mess I made. I was trying to show you guys. And yeah. For this next step, we're going to be using some leftover Varathane crystal clear gloss polyurethane, which I have left over from other projects, and this is what it looks like. So it looks like essentially glue, and you want to make sure that you have a staining brush for stain or for polyurethane. So next we're going to apply this onto our almost finished bench. So I'll show you guys how I do this next. Alright, so we are going to dip into the polyurethane. We're going to tap off the excess. Make sure that you have some cardboard under for things you don't want to have the gloss on. And then next we are just going to pick somewhere to start. And it looks, you know, like glue, and you're like, oh no, it's going to look really bad. But as long as you do an even amount of coating and you let it dry all the way, it'll be completely clear. So we are going to continue, and we are going to do this to the rest of the bench. Okay, for this next step, just make sure you're wearing a mask because it will smell really bad. So I am going to be using paint thinner, also known as mineral spirits. So I put some into the container right here. I just used an old Talentini container and I put it in there. And next you are going to grab your brush that has polyurethane, and you do the same if it has stain, you know, like we were staining the bench. And so the reason you do that is because this is usually about the only thing that gets rid of that thick coating, so you do leave it on for a few hours until you see it dissolve, and if it needs a little bit more, you just pour some more inside. There you go, and then you just wait for it to completely dissolve, and then you rinse it. Hey guys, okay, so this is what the bench looks like finished. I did do 2 coats of polyurethane on all of the wood, and I also added some polyurethane on all of the metal finishings. And yeah, just to give it a bit of a longer hold and more durability, since it is going to be outside and I worked so hard for it. So now we're just gonna wait for it to dry, and then we'll move it and add our little plants back. Alright guys, stay tuned. Okay, so it was like way too windy outside. I didn't want your guys' ears to like burn because, I don't know, it's too loud outside. So anyways, I was like, you know what? I am just going to do a voiceover. So here we are. But yeah, I just wanted to go over like the detail on this, you know, that I did. I was really proud of it, you know, because it was like this ugly, weird looking bench, you know, that just looked like it had no life to it. And I just felt so accomplished that I was able to bring it back to life and make it look fabulous. So yeah. And coming up next is my chair model, Shane. So he should be showing up in 3, 2. Okay, chair model, what do you think? Do you like it? I think Shane approves. Alright guys, well this is the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoy my little chair remodel. Bye!